Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I wanted to do a book review for you. I recently finished the book Bloodless by Lincoln Child and Douglas Preston, or Preston and Child. And this is the 20th book in the Agent Pendergast series. I read every single one of them, and I loved every single one of them. Each one is different. Each one is exciting, and I'm not a big thriller reader. I really don't read a lot of thrillers. I like mostly science fiction, fantasy, that kind of stuff. But the good thing about that I like about the Pendergast books is that there is a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of a horror edge to their books. As a matter of fact, the first book, which was called Relic, that one was more of a monster book. And, matter of fact, it was even made into a movie called Relic that was kind of loosely based on the book. That was more of a monster movie than the book was a monster book. But, but over the years, Preston and Child, they sort of started weaning away from the fantastical in their books and keeping it more grounded in reality. And they were no less enjoyable. I really loved the Agent Pendergast book because there's always some sort of an element of mystery and the unknown in all of their books. So this is the 20th book, and in a lot of ways it's a return back to their first book, Relic. This book, it deals with, it starts off with the D.B. Cooper. Everybody's aware of D.B. Cooper and the sky theft that he stole the money from the airplane and he jumped out into the stormy night from the airplane and escaped with all this money, and they've never found his body, and they still don't know who D.B. Cooper ever was. Well, that's how the story starts, but then it takes a real different turn where there winds up being bodies found in Louisiana where all the blood has been drained from the victims, and they're starting to call it it wasn't Louisiana, it was Georgia. That's right. They're calling it the Savannah Vampire. The story takes place in Savannah, and so how does the D.B. Cooper case and this Savannah Vampire case, how do they bridge those things two together? Well, they do it really interestingly, and they really did a great job in this book, and then at the end, closer to the end of the book, it reverts into a monster book. There's the story is really a wide-ranging story. There's other dimensions and time travel and all kinds of different things, and it all makes sense within the confines of the story. And it makes it one enjoyable read. I listened to the book while I read the book. I do that with a lot of books that I like to read. I just think it adds a little bit of a nuance to the story, and it makes it a little bit more enjoyable for me. This particular book, it was read by a guy named William Demerit, and he took over the series after Rene Augerbenois. He used to do the Agent Pendergast books, and he was absolutely phenomenal. As a matter of fact, most people who have listened to him, to those books, they sort of relate him to that particular character, Agent Pendergast, because he was so marvelous in his role reading those audio books. But then he unfortunately passed away a couple years ago, and so they have new people reading the books. And William Demerit, he did a good job. It was a good job doing the books. My only complaint with him is that the voice of Constance Green, who is Agent Pendergast's ward, I guess you would call her. See, the interesting thing about Constance Green is that she is kind of a very, very, very old woman trapped in a young girl's body as a result of these scientific tests that she was put through when she was younger, and so mentally, she's been alive for a lot longer than her body looks, right? So, in this particular case, the reader of the audiobook, William Demerit, he gives Constance, she's supposed to be a really young-looking woman, but he gives her a very old lady's voice for some reason. I don't know why, and it really throws off the whole relationship between Agent Pendergast and Constance Green. I don't know why that shift, because she always had a young voice before, but now, she has like a really old lady's voice, almost like that actress from On Golden Pond. You know who I'm talking about. I can't remember the name right now, but that kind of a shaky type of old lady voice. So I didn't particularly like that aspect of the reading, but overall it was a well done audiobook. It came in at 10 hours and 56 minutes, so just under 11 hours. So it's not too bad. A lot happens in the book over the course of those 11 hours. But yeah, absolutely. If you like thrillers, and if you like mysteries, and if you like stories with tinge of supernatural, well, I would say read all of the Pendergast books. But look, it's the 20th one in the series. This is a book that you don't really have to start with book number 1. This is a kind of they give you enough backstory to where you can really keep up with it and really have an idea of what's going on. But reading those former ones, it does help, because it really, over the years, Agent Pendergast has had a number of different partners and people associated with his cases, and several of them go through many different books. Agent Cold Moon in this one, he has been with him for a couple books now, and so you kind of get to see how their relationship grows over the course of the last couple books into this one. And so I would highly recommend reading all of them. I mean, because they're all fantastic. But if you're like, well, I don't know, you can start with this one definitely, and it's well worth your time. I loved it. Like I said, I loved all of their work, so I give it 5 stars, like I have done for all of their books. They really can't write. They're like Stephen King to me. They really can't write a bad book. Even their solo projects, are great. So I enjoyed it. Bloodless by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child, book 20 in the Agent Pendergast series. Highly recommended. So, I'll put a link down below in the description if you want to pick up a copy for yourself on Kindle or maybe in hardback. So, definitely give it a read. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll have some more stuff coming. My wife has some stuff coming, Kelly. And, and so that's it. So have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.